All right, so it seems that most of you are here already. So let's now continue our discussion. Anyway, do you guys have a question so far? Question or clarification?
Wala, sir.
All right, so moving on, let's talk about subsets. So subset is a basic relation between sets. Okay, so actually, if you say subset, there's a set and then a subset. Okay, wherein the elements of this one can be found on the father set or the superset. Okay, so that one is a subset. So to make it simple, let's say we have two sets, A and B are sets. Then A is called a subset of B, written as this one, A subset B. So take note that this is the symbol of a subset. Okay, and then if and only if every element of A is also an element of B. So symbolically, A is a subset of B means that for all elements of X, if X is an element of A, then X is also an element of B. Okay. So if you didn't understand this one, so we have a phrase here. The phrase says A is contained in B and B contains A, or alternative ways of saying that A is a subset of B. So if it's still didn't understand what a subset means, so we have here an example. Okay, so we have set A, B, C, D, E, and then some questions later on. So for now, let's focus on this one, set A, B, C, D, E. So for set A, we have the complete word, HABIT or habit. And then for set B, we have AIT, and then set C is BIT, set D is IT, and then lastly, set E is T. Okay, so in here, we could say that B is, wait, let me just copy this one because I cannot type the symbol of subset. B is a subset of A, okay? Because element AIT can be found on the set A, which is AIT. I could also say that set C is a subset, subset of A, okay? Meaning this element BIT can be found on the set A, which is BIT. So the same with letter T. So D is the subset of letter P, meaning this element can be found on set B, which is IT. I can also say that set D is the subset of set C, because I can also find, or I can also found the element IT on the set C, which is IT. Okay, so the idea is if you can find the elements on the left side to the right side, that is already a subset. So the first one is a subset, and then the right side is the superset. Okay, and then lastly, E is a subset of T, because letter T can be found on the set D. So E is also a subset of C, because T is also can be found on set C. E is also a subset of set B, because T can also be found on set B. And then E is a subset of A because it's also on the set E. So as simple as that. Okay, so question, is C a subset of B?
No.
That's C, a subset of B?
No, sir.
True?
No.
No.
No, sir.
So this one is false. Okay, since if you're going to take a look on this one, yes, we have the I and then the T on set B, but we cannot find the element B on the set B. So therefore, this one is not a subset of superset. Okay, so someone chat. No, right. Okay, how about the next one? Is C a subset of set C? True or false?
Or
False.
Hmm? What is that? This
true.
true.
False.
So this one is true. So why? Since you're going to take a look at this one, the elements of C is also in the element of C, or the element of itself. So any set is a subset of itself. Okay, simple as that. How about the this one? B is a subset of C. Is B a subset of set C?
False.
So this one is false. Again, so take a look on this one. Yes, we have the element IT on set C, but we don't have letter A on set C. So therefore, this one is a false. So never mind this one since this one's just repeated. Okay, the same with this one. Okay, moving on, we have here the proper subset. So same concept with the subset, but in here, so there's only an exception. So let's say let A and B are sets. A is a proper subset of B if and only if every element of B is in B, but there is at least one element of B that is not in A. Okay, so it is very clear. So basically, this one, C, is a proper subset of C. Let's say we have set C and then set C. So C is a proper subset of C is false. Okay, because there is no one element. Okay, let me just erase this one. Okay, that is because there is no one or at least one element that is not in set C. Okay, because of course any element that is inside of set C will of course in set C also, since it's a self set. So in here you have to have a different set wherein it contains at least one element that is not in that set. So meaning, let's go back to this one, is a proper subset. Let me just copy this one. So A is a proper subset. Oops, no. B is a proper subset of A. Okay, why? Because yes, we can find the AIT on set A, but there is at least one, which is the letter H and then the letter B. Okay, so in here we have two. So our condition is there should be at least one that is not on the set B or on the subset or proper subset. So in here we have letter H and letter B. So let's have another example. C is a proper subset of A. So the same, we have or we can find the element BIT on set A, but we cannot find the letter H and then A on the set C. So in here we have two. So our condition is only at least one. So the same with this one, let's say B is a proper subset of C. So this is the perfect example actually. So in here, as you can see, we have here the IP and then IT on the set C. Okay, but we don't have the element B on set B. So we could say that D is a proper subset of C. All right. So that's how simple it is. That there should be at least one element that cannot be found on the proper subset. But in subset, so it's okay if you can find everything. But in proper subset, there should be at least one element that cannot be found on the proper subset. Okay, so the same with this one. Letter E is a proper subset of D because T can be found on set D, but we cannot find the I on the set E. Okay, So I hope you guys got the idea of the difference between a subset and then a proper subset. So in subset, it's okay if you can find everything, so the same in everything, but in proper subset, there should be at least one element that cannot be found on the proper subset. Okay. All right, so let's have some examples from the subsets and then proper subsets. So we have here set A contains all the positive integers, and then set B contains greater than 0 up to 100, or 0 to 100. Okay? And then set C is 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. So here, it is asking us evaluate the truth and falsity of each of the following statements. So just true or false. So letter A. So again, this is the symbol for subset. If it's a proper subset, the symbol for that one is, do I have that one here? Wait, proper subset. Okay, so the symbol of the proper subset is this one. It doesn't have a bar line below. Okay, for the subset, it has a bar line below. Okay. Okay, so for letter A, is B a subset of A? Is B a subset of A? True or false?
False.
Why false? Why false?
True.
So letter A is true. Why? Because all of the elements of B can be found on the set A. Okay. So take note that 0 is part of the positive integers. Well, actually, there are some articles that is saying that 0 is neither a positive or negative. So it's the origin. So it is up to you guys. So let's have a votation. Do you guys consider 0 as part of positive integers, or we'll start at 1 when we say positive integers? What do you guys like?
Start with 0.
0 as a positive integer, or no? Guys, ano yung gusto nyo? Anong,
Positive, sir.
ano?
Positive na.
Positive na yung 0. So we will include 0 as part of positive integers. Okay, so in this case, if it's included on the positive integers, then you could say that B is a subset of A. Okay, how about the others? You guys have, ano bang tawag dito? Nahirapan na ako maghanap ng term. Meron ba kayong reklamo? Ang hirap, pangit naman ng term na yun. Meron ba kayong, is there anyone who's against with Miss De Vera said na yung 0 daw is a part of positive integers? How about you guys? What are your opinions? Do you guys agree with her or no?
Yes, sir. Agree kami doon, sir.
Agree kayo. So 0 is part of positive integers. Okay, so for that one, our answer is true. How about letter B? C is a proper subset of A.
False, sir.
True.
So letter B is true.
False.
So if you're going to take a look on this one, 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. So all of those elements can be found on set A. Okay, So our only condition for proper subset is if there is at least one element on the superset that cannot be found on the proper subset. So that is already a proper subset. So in here we have, or we've started from 0, wherein 0 cannot be found on set C. 1 cannot be found on set C. 2 hanggang 99 is not on set C. So that is already plenty enough to say that this one is a proper subset. Okay, as long as all of this element of set C is on the superset, which is the set A. Okay, so letter B is true. Okay, so I know may mga nalilito pa sa inyo, but maiintindihan nyo rin yan soon. Okay, yung difference ng subset sa proper subset. How about letter C? C and B have at least one element in common.
True.
So this one is true. So if you're going to take a look on this one, our elements on set B is ranging from 0 to 100. And then C is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So in here, they have one common element, which is the 100. Okay, 100 here, and then we have also the 100 here. So letter C is true. How about the letter D? Is C a subset of B? Is C a subset of B?
False.
True lahat, sir.
Ang true lahat. False.
False, sir.
So if you're going to take a look on this one, ang range lang ng B natin is 0 to 100. And then ang meron lang tayo is 100. So we cannot find 200, 300, 400, or 500 in set B anymore. So this one is not a subset of set B. Okay? So again, if it's subset, dapat lahat ng elements can be found on the superset. So letter D is false. How about the letter E? Is C a subset of C or of itself?
True.
True. True, sir.
So for this
Oh,
one,
it's true.
sagot na natin to kanina. Any subset of itself is true. Okay? It is a subset of itself kasi lahat naman ng element sa sarili niya is nandun sa kanya. Okay? So this one is true. Alright, so I hope that you guys have already at least 60% or 70% grasp the idea of subset and then a proper subset. Okay, so with that having an example for the subset and proper subset, we're going to have a quiz. So quiz on subset and proper subset. So nasa canvas nyo na to. All you need to do is answer whether this one is true or false. Okay, so iwanan ko na to sa inyo. So moving on, we have here distinction between element and then a subset. Okay, so again, just a question. So which of the following are true statements? So we have here is 2, an element of 1, 2, 3. Is this true or false?
True.
So letter A is true. Simple as that. Since this element is on this set. Okay, so how do you read this one again? Is 2 an element of this set, which is 1, 2, 3? So the correct answer is 2. How about letter B?
False.
False, sir.
Okay, so letter B is false since this one is not, actually this is an element, still an element, but we cannot find that element inside of this set. So again, yung hinahanap natin, what we're looking for, so what we're looking for is a set that contains an element of 2, and then we're looking on that one here, wherein it is a set which contains an element 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So hinahanap natin tong same element na to. Okay. So this will become true if this element is inside a set. Okay. So kapag naka-enclose ito ng curly bracket. So we could say that this one is true. But since element lang siya, hindi siya naka-enclose as a set, then this one is false. Okay, how about the letter C? Is 2
True.
a subset of 1, 2, 3?
True.
False.
True, sir.
False. Okay, so take note. Take note Okay, kapag ganito na yung icon natin or symbol, kung i-compare nyo, dapat set pareho. Kasi from the word itself, subset and then set. So dapat yung dalawang pinagko-compare nyo is dapat parehong set. Kung yung isa is element lang and then yung isa is subset or set, hindi mo pwedeng i-compare yun. So dito, you're saying that element 2 is subset of 1, 2, 3. Wherein false already since hindi naman siya set. So it should be a set in the first place. Okay. How about letter D? Set
sir.
2, a subset of
True.
True.
So letter D is true since of course nasa set na siya and then nasa set din yung kabila. So we're looking for the value of 2. Okay, wherein it is also on the other side. How about letter E?
True.
False, sir. False.
True,
This
sir.
one is false. Bakit ulit? Kasi nga, yung hinahanap natin is 2 lang. Okay? Hindi siya naka-enclose sa loob ng set. So, take note kapag subset or proper subset. So, yun yung una nyong titignan. So, yes, para sila nakaset. And then, i-disregard nyo na silang dalawa. So, hanapin nyo na ngayon yung 2. Okay? And then, dito is naka-enclose pa yung isa sa loob ng box. So, kung i-compare natin silang dalawa, so medyo magulo na to. Pero kung i-compare natin, ang hinahanap natin is set 2. Okay? Wherein on the other side, we have a set wherein natanggal na rin, let's say. And then yung isa is ganyan 1. And then yung isa is 2. So kung hahanapin mo tong element na to, wala siyang kaparehas dito. Since yung ito is nasa loob pa ng set. So they are not the same. Okay? So letter E is false. How about the last one? Letter F.
True, sir. True.
Element.
True.
Yes, tama.
True, sir.
Letter
True.
F
True.
is true. Okay? So ang hinahanap natin is a set. Okay? Wherein nakaset din siya. Okay? Sa kabila. So which is similar with this one. Kung naka-enclose nga lang siyang ganito. Okay? So this one is true since we can find that one here. Alright, so sa mga naguguluhan pa rin hanggang ngayon, marami actually example sa internet. So hanapin nyo lang muna yung mga examples about subsets and then examples about proper subset. So it will enlighten you on how to distinguish between those two. And then the same with element, okay? So medyo nagugulan kayo sa element, so you can search further on the internet for the other examples. Okay, so with that, having an example on element and then subset, so you're going to have a quiz on that one. 5 lang naman, and then same, you're going to identify whether this one is true or false. So iwanan ko na to sa inyo. So moving on, we have here ordered pairs. So I think most of you already know what is an ordered pair. So it is an element, let's say A and B. Okay, so from the word itself, pair sila palagi. So we have A as a first element and then B as a second element. So the symbol AB denotes the ordered pair consisting of A and B together with the specification that A is the first element and of the pair and B is the second element. So two ordered pairs, let's say we have AB and CD, are equal if and only if A is equal to C, and then B is equal to D. So in here, medyo, actually hindi na siya kaparehas ng set, okay? So dito kasi sa ordered pair, sobrang halaga na ng positioning. So unlike sa set, kahit hindi maayos, magkakaibang arrangement as long as nandun yung element na yun, and then nandito yung element, we could see that they are equal. But in here, dapat same na same yung position, same na same din yung value. Okay, let's say A is equal to C, and then B is equal to D. For us to be able to say that AB or ordered pair AB is equal to ordered pair CD. Okay, so AB is equal to CD means that A is equal to C and then B is equal to D. So para mas maintindihan nyo to, I have here an example. So is 1, 2 equal to 2, 1? Is this true or false?
False, sir.
Letter A is false. So para mabilis na maintindihan, dapat yung first element natin sa isang ordered pair is kino-compare nyo dun sa first element ng another ordered pair. Wherein 1, it says here 1 is equal to 2, and then 2 is equal to 1, which is not really true. Kasi nga, of course, hindi naman sila equal. Hindi rin naman to equal. So letter A, false. How about letter B?
True, sir.
True.
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 Letter B is true. So you can simplify this one further. So 3, 6 is this, and then 5 halves is 1 half. And then here, if we're going to simplify this one, square root of 9 is 3, which is the same with this one. And then 1. So letter B is true. How about letter C? What is the first element?
True, sir.
One. One.
One, sir. One.
False.
True,
Ay,
true.
false.
What?
Okay. So yung first element is, of course, ito. Okay, sinasabi ko na sa inyo.
One.
So if we have here, let's say, 1, 2. So let's say, ibahin natin. 1, 3. So the first element is 1, and then the second element is 2. But in this case, the first element is 1. So kahit ano dyan. It's pares na naman yung value. Okay? So by knowing that one, again, another quiz. Konti lang naman, tatlo lang naman. So true or false? And then letter C pala, hindi siya true or false. So what is the first element of this one? So, madali. 1 minute, kayang-kaya tapusin yan. So moving on, okay, we have here the Cartesian product. Okay. So nalaman nyo na kung anong ordered pair. So ngayon, i-apply na natin siya sa Cartesian product. So let's say given sets A and B, Cartesian product A and B denoted A times B, or you can treat it as A cross B, is the set of two ordered pairs AB, where A is A and then B is B. So symbolically, say that A cross B is elements AB, such that A is an A and then B is B. This one is quite confusing. Pero ganun yun, lahat ng elements ng A natin is nasa set A. Lahat ng elements ng set B, merong B. Okay. So I think, hindi ko ito natanggal. Okay, so never mind this one. So you can disregard this one. So for you to appreciate the Cartesian product, we have here an example. So list all the set of ordered pairs on the following. So we have let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, and then set B is equal to UV. So it says find A cross B or A times B. Anyone who wants to volunteer? So what are the ordered pairs of A cross B? A times B is equal to, here we actually have a total of 6 ordered pairs. So what are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. 1, 2, 3.
So again, all you need to do is like distribute. Okay? So distribute lang kayo gamit ng multiplication. So nauna yung A, and then susunod yung B. So mauuna tong A, susunod yung B. So for the first ordered pair, it's 1U.
1.
The second one is 1B. The next one is 2U. And then The fourth one is 2b. Habain ko lang. Yan. And then the last one is 3u and then 3b. So, may sumagot yata. Oh, Mr. Alexir daw. Would you please turn off your mic? So, para daw umiihip sa tenga niya. Okay, thank you daw. Okay, so here's how you answer the letter A. So, all you have to do is multiply this set A to set B. So, take note, mahalaga tong positioning, tong coming from set A to set B. Okay? How about the letter B? Anong sagot natin dito? So in here, we also have 6 ordered pairs. So what is our first ordered pair?
U1.
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 U, sir.
Good. U1.
B1.
U1, B1,
U2,
right?
B2.
So what's Mr. Moises? U1, B1. That's right. U1. Hindi pala. Hindi U1, B1. So ang arrangement natin is nanggaling tayo sa B, di ba? So ito muna, first element, and then distribute mo dito. So U1, U2, U3. And then the next one is B1,
V1, V2, V3.
okay? So U1, U2, U3. And then V1, B2, and then B3. Okay? So, ganyan dapat yung arrangement. Okay? So, coming from U1, U2, U3, and then B1, B2, B3. How about the letter C? Okay. Find B times B.
UB.
So, in here, we have a total of 4 elements. 4 ordered pairs. Sorry. So, multiply nyo lang sa sarili. Okay? So, we have UU,
UB.
UB, BU,
BU,
and then
BB.
BB. Okay.
Na all
Ako
may
Tapos
BB.
may BB.
Wala kayo nun.
Sana all meron.
Alright. So, moving on. Letter D. How many elements are in A times B and then B times A and then B times B? So, paano ko nakukuha or paano ko nalalaman kung ilang elements kagad yung nandun? So, ang ginagawa ko, multiply ko lang yung counts of elements of this set, that set. Oops. Okay, so kung papansin niyo for set A, we have 3 elements, and then for set B, we have 2 elements. So, sa letter A, ito muna, let's say ito. So, let's count this one. So, 3 times 2. So, we have a total of 6 elements. So, the same with letter B, 2 times 3. So still the same 6 elements. And then for letter C, we have B times B, which is 2 times 2. So we have a total of 4 elements. So the question is, how many elements are in A times B times A, and then B times B?
16.
So A times B is 6 plus B times A is still 6 plus B times B is 4. So 6, 12 plus 4 is 16. We have a total of 16 elements. Right? So, ganun lang naman kasimple. Oops, nawala. Sumagot eh. Anyway. Alright. So, pag nalaman nyo na yun, of course, after having an example, we're going to have a short quiz. So, lahat naman yan short quiz para lang ma-apply nyo kung ano yung mga natutunan nyo. Okay. So, checking lang to lahat. So, iwanan ko na to sa inyo. So, we have here, find y times z, z times y times y, and so on and so forth. Easy siya. Easy say is xd. Anyway, so doon na nagtatapos tong discussion natin. So, yeah. Part 1 and part 2 lang tayo. So, no more part 3. So, may mga question ba kayo or clarification? Ng XD. So nga, ano tong XD? XD kayo ng XD, ano to?
Emoticon yan, sir.
Ano yung itsura ng mata? Hindi nila alam mo.
Sir, singkit.
Singkit lang. Diba, ito, smiley. Ayan, ano tong X? Anong klaseng mata yan? Anyway, so hanggang dito na lang tayo. So, see you next meeting. So, sagutan nyo na kaagad-agad yung mga quiz na binigay ko. I think 4 na quizzes yun. So, kayang-kanya.
Thank you, sir.
Perfectin nyo na. Right, so kung wala nang question, so pwede na. Pwede nang umalis. Pwede nang kumain ng merienda.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye.
Bye, sir. Salamat
Thank you, sir.
sa lahat.
Goodbye.
Salamat sa lahat.
Thank you
Yes,
then.
sir. Love you.
Alright, so I will end this one.